Come on. Ah, there we go. Can I just light this? No. Kind of feeling like I might want another fire pit anyway. I'm not sure. Alright, how does this work? Soil, sand. Did I not pick up the sand? Oh, I didn't actually pick, for goodness sake. Okay, let's try this again. Sand, soil, clay, grass. Oh, it's not a shapeless crap. This should be shapeless. You shouldn't have to remember that it's in that orientation. This should be shapeless. Raw daub. 32. Okay. Now we need some wattle. That's not gonna be a lot, is it? Which one of these is wattle? Wattle. And you need a knife. Okay. Now, just as a little experiment, okay, it still drops. Nice. That doesn't look half bad. Okay. This? Is that faster? Is this faster? Seems about the same speed. And it does just drop itself. I can deal with that. That's not terrible. Still gonna take let me just okay, so we put in four solid blocks total. Plus the grass, plus the clay. And we got about 5 out of that. That's not the best, but I guess it works. What is that dark shape right there? Ah, that would be a bear. I'm glad I noticed that. Oh dear. No, not deer. Bear. Okay. So, here's the deal. I just fell in a hole. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab me torch. You know what? Before I do that, I want to experiment a little bit with the water here, because this is not behaving like Minecraft water, and it makes me a little bit I don't know about irritated, but I don't appreciate it, because it means that I can't easily just scoop out all of this sand while preserving the little pond here, and also not making it horribly difficult. Because if I just go in like this, you get the push effect, and it just makes this difficult and irritating, and I don't appreciate it. Which is why you might have seen over there the way I picked up the sand was like that, away from the water, so it doesn't start flowing. This... Oh, right, it puts out the torch. It doesn't seem to create much of a flow, so I'm not really sure. I don't understand how the water works. I'm gonna have to figure it out, though, because that's genuinely kind of... I don't know, I kind of feel like... yeah, Minecraft's water mechanics are pretty solid, and I don't really feel like there's much point in messing with that a lot of the times. The bear has disappeared. Okay, there he goes. Think about here is probably a good spot. And we can just start... Well... Let's actually make this out a ways a little bit, rather than right up against that gravel. 'Cause, like... I'm not sure about the sound effect, I'm gonna be honest. The sound effect is kind of like, huh? That's a Wattle and Daub fence? Or wall? I don't know about that. That sounds like not that, to be honest. Okay. Is that different? What is that? Oh, it's a lighting glitch, or rendering glitch. Never mind. Okay. Right. So... we're gonna need more wood. More sticks, specifically. You can only obtain it. You can't craft it. That, I think, is... I'm not sure how I feel about that. On the one hand, it's kind of like more realistic because you don't split logs into, like, if you take a log and split it, you're not going to get a stick, the sort of thing that you can use to make wattle and daub. Because wattle, well, the wattle specifically requires being able to bend it. Maybe if you got more per shrub and per... Because you've got two different kinds of leaf blocks, right? You got these ones that you can walk through. And then you've got these ones with it, which are, like, actually solid. You know? I feel like maybe you should get more out of those. Though at the same time, I have to say, I'm not familiar enough with the game's balance to be able to make any definitive, oh, it should definitely be like this. I'm more just kind of spitballing ideas here as I'm going, looking at things the way they look, just from my current understanding. So maybe sticks aren't actually an issue later game. One thing that might possibly be a difference is that it might be that the trees you plant give you more seeds and branches or sticks than the naturally spawning ones. That some games do have mechanics like that, or similar to that, where it's like, oh, you planted it, therefore you get more out of it. Don't know. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. I'm not particularly interested in trying to take on a bear, I'm gonna be honest. I'd like to just not, actually. We're running out of space. You know what I think I'm gonna do just to save a bit of space is I'm actually gonna just go and hoe. How about this area down here? Could use hay blocks as a improvised um housing solution. Almost certainly a terrible idea, but it's something. Um, that's... It might be a terrible idea. It might actually not, because I don't actually know if the mobs in this game can destroy blocks. Like, can those beasties bust down your door and attack you? Can they rip apart your hastily constructed... What would you call that? A structure made out of hay. Not really a hut. Hut kind of, at least to me, sounds like something a little bit more sturdy, whereas surely that's like not. Okay, I'm definitely seeing a distance from the water is having an effect on what I assume the saturation is. Like, if you look... Okay. That's not better. Blue. Little blue particles versus none. And it's darker. I assume that means that it's, hydrated versus not hydrated. Oh, hello. Well, that answers that question. The grass does indeed grow back onto blocks even that have been completely removed of all grass. So that's good to know. What was this one? Heather. Ooh. That's something that I'm definitely going to want to know. How can you propagate these things? That was something that I was always looking for in modded Minecraft, is how do I get this flower to be able to make more of it. Oh. Oh, that's vaguely annoying. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and plant the seeds that we have. I might possibly regret it. I don't actually know, because I don't know how this works in this game yet. We can put this... Okay. Spelt. Rye, I'm gonna put over here. Onions, lots and lots of onions. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say it didn't even let me plant there, but no, it did. I just must have missed it or something. Only the 1 turnips. Did that sentence make sense? The 1 turnips? Don't think that makes sense. Oh, I was making the coil rope, whoops, in order to make a bow. You use the cattails. I also noticed something to do with the horsetails, which I'm probably going to grab if I see any as well. But like, seriously, look at there's sand all along these beaches. That's a great source of sand, and I'd like to use it. But if I start carving this back, the water's gonna start flowing, and then it's just gonna make a mess. It's not gonna look nice. Like, in Minecraft, I could just peel this back a little bit, and it'd still look nice once I was done. It'd just be a thinner beach. Okay, there's some horse sails. But, like, can't seem to do that here, and I need to know how to fix the water source blocks, I believe, is what mainly I'm after. Quality of life change that'd be really nice. That is in Minecraft. Double clicking like that will pick up all of them. It doesn't in this. It's kinda... It's a nice thing to have that I think it really benefits a game generally. Yes, poultice. So we need more cattails and... okay. This is another thing that I'd like to know. How do you propagate it? How do you get more? Because I genuinely enjoy being able to grow basically everything whenever I can. And also, like, there comes a certain point where I think it just kind of makes sense in games that you can do that. Health restored 2, duration 10 seconds. Is that application time 3 seconds? So it takes 3 seconds to apply, it lasts 10 seconds. Is that 2 health per second for 10 seconds? Or is that it takes 10 seconds to apply 2 health restored? I think it takes 10 seconds to apply 2 health restored, judging by this. Don't know why my health is slightly higher than the maximum. That's odd. Maybe it's not odd. I don't actually know. It seems like it would be odd. I'm not entirely convinced that these are actually going to grow. And it occurs to me that in... is it Terra Firma Craft? There's some game, I'm pretty sure, where the wild plants like that don't actually grow. Like what you see in the world space is not going to change once it's a certain way. Once it spawns, basically, it's locked. So that might be something to look into, to look out for, to potentially be aware of, like this. Then again, it might just take stuff a long time to grow. I don't know. Wait a minute. That one is woad. What is this one? Cow parsley. Okay, it looks similar, but the cow parsley is more white. Lupine. Lupin. Same thing, but blue. Cornflower. It does give you blue. Nice. I'm getting distracted, but it is good to know what you can do with the various plants. And, oh yes, yellow. I wonder if this little pond is ever going to spawn another fish. Test. Does jumping on it... doesn't look like it. Oh, you can run backwards. I hadn't noticed that. That's odd. I don't think most games you can do that. That's... Huh. Yeah, that's odd. Not bad, just kinda odd. Okay. This is the second time this has happened. There's something weird with placing these on the ground sometimes. Too soft for napping. I'm not trying to nap, I'm trying to put it down. Like that. Why? Why will it not just let me put it down on a pile like those? Okay. Control and shift at the same time. Let me do it. That's not how I put those down. It's little bit weird. It seems like that kind of like too soft for napping. Why is it even saying that? Why does it even let you try to think that you're napping like that? It should just not to do that. Just let you place it down in the world like the other things. Alright. Decent little pile of sticks. Going to make a bow. Potentially, if I can remember how to do it. There we go. Crude bow. 3 piercing damage. And we will need some arrows. Oh wow. What am I even looking at here? Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. There we go. Do we need a stick per? Sure hope not. The oiled hide is at 99%. Excellent. Okay. Okay, we can retrieve them at least. That's not terrible. How much did it say it does? 3 piercing damage. Does this modify that? Yep. Oh, break chance is 30%. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Whoa, look at that sunset. Which was it to turn off the UI? F4. Oh, there's baddies spawning already. Really? That's not great. Does it have anything to do? No? Huh.